morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Connection Time News. Happy 2019! I'm Itchell Banegas.
And I'm Rupa Syeda. Let's start today by taking a look at something that's been in the news a lot lately, block scheduling.
An article in the Stanford Advocate last week claimed that a schedule change for next year was all but certain. But as our producer John Bolognino found, that may not actually be the case.
Well, a recent article published by the Stanford Advocate painted the picture that Stanford High School will be implementing block scheduling next year. Principal Ray Manka, in a recent interview, pointed out that this may not be such a sure thing.
We talk about what our professional development plan would have to look like, and the work that still needs to be done there. And if we just don't have enough time or enough resources to fit it into semester two, then maybe we pivot a little bit and we also take a different approach to make sure that we can do things responsibly, that we can do things to help our staff be best prepared, because as a function of their preparation, our students will benefit.
One of the primary considerations in the discussion of moving Stanford High to a block schedule is the fact that the credit requirement for graduation is raising from 20 credits to 25. A block schedule would increase the amount of classes a Stanford High student can take over their 4 years from 28 to 32, introducing 4 more chances for those students to earn the necessary credit.
With the graduation requirements, under the current model, if we go to 25, 7 classes a year times 4, that's 28 opportunities to get 25 credits.
Yeah.
If you go to an 8-period schedule, now that jumps to 32 opportunities for 25 opportunities to earn credit.
I've heard good things about block scheduling and bad things about block scheduling, but I think that the pros will outweigh the cons, and we'll be able to I don't know, I think benefit from it as a school.
What are your opinions on block scheduling for next year?
It's dumb because I can't stay still.
I have a serious case of ADHD.
I'm not a big fan of the block scheduling because, if there are some classes you don't like, then you have to, sit in them for a really long time, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I agree with her. Well, I don't think it's that bad because, teachers always complain we don't have time with, our regular schedule, today, this year. But I feel like kids are going to, fall asleep in class because, the classes are very long.
I don't want it to happen. It's death. If you have an AP class for, how long? How long is the thing?
An hour and 30 minutes.
An hour and 30 minutes? That's not fun. Nope.
I don't think it's a great idea. I mean, considering us also, we're going to be seniors, change isn't necessarily the best thing for our last year, but it's just an opinion.
I think the block schedule is going to be a good thing for teachers and for students. I'm for it.
I don't have much of an opinion on it, to be honest with you. I do have one thing I'd like to ask, though. Why is West Hill waiting an extra year while we roll it in next year?
While there is much conversation over block scheduling in Stanford High's future, no details about what that would look like can be accurately described at this point in time.
Thanks, John. Now it's time for a look at Stanford High athletics. Let's check out an update on the boys basketball team, which defeated New Britain this past Saturday.
Our reporter, Taylor Yakmai, was on the scene.
After a tough loss to New Canaan Thursday night, the Stanford High boys basketball team bounced back and defeated New Britain on Saturday, January 12th. After playing man defense in the first half, they transitioned to a zone defense in the third quarter, which helped slow down the game and take control of the offense. The offense was led by junior Jaden Bell, who put up 22 points. The Black Knights won 50-49 and are currently 4-4.
Thanks, Taylor. And now, just to keep things even, let's check in with girls basketball and see how they did in a recent game against Trinity.
On December 14th, the girls basketball team played city rival Trinity Catholic. Early on in the game, the Knights lost standout junior guard Megan Lansadell due to a shoulder injury and still managed to fight very hard. Having 3 freshmen on the court, the majority of the second half, the girls still kept a close game, only losing by 3 points. The final score was 46-43. They will look to get another win on December 21st at 7 p.m. against the Ridgefield Tigers.
And now for something a bit more serious.
SHS students and staff were recently devastated to learn of the passing of Coach John Boone on Christmas morning. We asked some students to share their thoughts about losing a pillar of the Stanford High community.
Personally, having Coach as being one of my favorite teachers, I've realized that he is one of the most loyal. He's like one of the most loyal person you can ever come across. He will tell you straight up. He gives you the honest truth. He's insanely brutally honest, and that's kind of like what people want out of a person. And I've never left his class without a smile.
My best memory of Coach Boone, Jonathan Boone, was a couple years ago. I was suspended from my security job for policing my hand on a student. While we were waiting to hear back, he was told that I probably wouldn't get my job back, and it was probably best that he not hire me for summer school. And he said, I know that whenever Donovan's working, I have everything under control. He handles everything, and I'm going to sit it out and I'm going to wait for him because I have faith in that he did the right thing. And he was right, and I didn't do anything wrong, and that was the lasting memory that I'll never forget. That was something I always took away and I always thanked him for.
Great person, teacher, one of the best friends I could ever ask for, especially as a new teacher coming into school. Anytime I had questions or anything, Coach gladly took over that role of being my mentor and always having my back, to the point if I didn't show up in his classroom during one of my off periods, he would yell at me for not showing up to his classroom and seeing him that day. But the memory I'll always have of Coach Boone and how important he was to me was right before my first lesson observation during my student teaching. I was panicked, didn't know what I was going to do. It was our long block, 86 minutes. Freaking out in my head because I couldn't put together this lesson and was thinking there's no chance I'm going to end up being a teacher with the rest of my career. So, you know, I'm having this little mental breakdown on the verge of crying. I have to call somebody that I know won't be sympathetic towards me, but will still help me figure this out. And there's only one person that came to mind with Coach Boone, who ended up stopping his family dinner and helping me make this lesson plan, while also simultaneously yelling about how stupid it was that we even have to be observed as teachers, because every other job, you don't have to get observed. Plumbers, everything. No one else gets observed, just teachers, just teachers. But I'll never forget that, and I'll continue to carry on his legacy now that I'm in for him.
One of my favorite memories of him was every Friday when he wore his Key West shirt and how he was so excited to go and never stopped talking about his family and how much love he shared for everyone.
And I'm going to miss him. The world became a sadder place with a loss of someone like that.
Thanks, guys. Clearly, Coach Boone had quite an impact.
And now for something quite a bit lighter. Tickets are available for the Winter Formal starting tomorrow.
The Winter Formal is taking place of a homecoming dance this year and will take place on Saturday, January 26th. Tickets will be available tomorrow through Wednesday in the cafeteria. Tickets will also be available during midterms, and you must have your ID to attend.
Sounds like a good way to ring in the new year. And speaking of which, it's our first broadcast of 2019. So we had our reporters walk the halls asking folks around SHS, what's your New Year's resolution?
Here's what they had to say.
New Year's coming up, you guys. So what are your resolutions?
I want to do something different with my hair and take care of it better.
That's right. You got it.
Quit.
No.
Quit.
How are you going to do that?
My parents brought like supplements from Turkey and like shampoo and conditioner, so I'm gonna start using that.
What are your resolutions for this new year?
To stop skipping.
All right. Are you?
To sleep more.
Okay.
Go to the gym more.
Okay. How do you plan on doing that?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna close my eyes earlier. Go to the gym twice a day.
Is your resolution for the new year?
To get better at lacrosse.
How are you going to do that?
By practicing a lot and, just practicing.
Thank you. That was good. Hi. What is your resolution for the new year?
My New Year's resolution is like most people, to lose some weight.
Oh, how are you going to do that?
I am going to go to boxing class. I'm going to go to spin class. Next year is my 5-year cancerversary. So I decided that I need to get back to the weight I was before.
All right, guys, what are your resolutions for the new year?
My New Year's resolution is to start eating healthier and stop spending so much money on junk food.
How are you going to do that?
I'm going to set a limit on how much I eat out a week, and then I'm going to make sure I eat more home-cooked meals.
My New Year's resolution is to be nicer to people, and he just made me think, like, I got to start saving money, too, because I'm spending money quick.
How are you going to do that?
I'm going to control myself when people are frustrating me. I'm just going to count to 5 in my head. And then with my paycheck, I'm going to put some money into like a savings account so I don't spend it all.
Respect.
I'm Philip Crusoe here with
Hannah.
Gio. And Cole. Tell me, what are your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolution is to wake up on time.
Get into college.
Go to college.
How are you going to achieve this goal throughout 2019?
I'm going to put my alarm on the other side of my room so I wake up earlier and better.
I'm going to pray and hope things turn out okay.
I'm going to bribe the admissions office.
How are you going to bribe the admissions office?
How will you bribe the admissions office?
I send them money and they accept me.
Fantastic.
What I said made no sense.
I'm going to mail them money.
Paid the admissions office, but I was already going to.
We're here with
Lusto.
Okay. And what is your resolution for the new year?
Gonna shave my head bald.
Why?
Tired of the bird's nest.
Your head will look like a bowling pin.
I'm here with
Dominic.
And what is your resolution for the new year?
My resolution, I'm known to be a stinge, so I guess I'll be more giving to people.
Oh, how are you going to do that?
That is for not to say on here.
Thanks, girls. And now an update from Dean of Students, Mr. Agosto, who is also a Grand Marshal of Stanford's 2019 MLK Committee.
The committee will be holding a rally and a march this coming Monday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy of fighting against injustice.
Why is it important for our students to attend the parade?
It's important to attend the parades to show our voice as young people because we have a say in this world also. It's not just up to like the higher ups. So when we go out there, it just shows that we care about like stuff that happened in the past and still thinking about it today.
It's also important because it shows that we remember what Martin Luther King fought for and that we're still fighting for change.
It's important for students to attend, to show support, and to see how it was like when our ancestors, our great-grandparents, what they did and how they supported. We should still show that same support so they didn't do it for nothing.
What does MLK mean to you?
MLK is like a role model to me, like going through all the violence portrayed towards him and just him promoting peace is just an honorable thing, and you know, I just salute to him every day.
MLK means to me is like he's a figure that represents faith, resilience, and dedication because even though he had hard times fighting for what he believed in, he still continued to triumph through everything.
You have the freedom to do whatever you want and pursue what you want to pursue and the things that you're interested in. And him fighting for our freedom, it just inspires me to fight for what I believe in and what I want to do.
And even through hard times, as a black individual himself, he still fought for the rights that everyone else should have, even if there were consequences to it.
What's your favorite part about marching?
My favorite part is just seeing, you know, everybody just walk together and just everybody just, you know, just peaceful. It just feels like I was there. It just feels like I'm there with MLK, you know, just walking with them, stuff.
Why do you think it's important to march, especially in this era?
I think it's important to march in this era as young individuals because we have a lot of things to say and some people are afraid to say it. So I think we should step up and bring like ideas to what's like the issues surrounding us, and also we are the future, so we might as well just start now.
kind of what Kat said, I agree that, we're the next generation. Most of us, we're not 18 yet. We can't vote on anything. We don't really have a voice. We don't really have anything to do with the decision making. Instead, the only thing we can do is march and, post on social media, talk about it, and bring awareness to it. So I think this is a perfect chance for us to use our voice.
Why do you think it's important to march in this era?
I feel like we should have never stopped marching in the first place because, life taught us that nothing's easy. Nothing easy is going to, be give to us. So, whatever valid issue that, we want to, fight for, we just got to go out there and, get it. So
I think it's important to march in this era because some people take it for granted and some people are not living up to what he wanted for us in our education and any other area. I think we should still walk, still march to show our support.
All right, everyone. I'm here with Wake Up with Jacob.
Hi, everybody.
He's here to tell us more about the Lip Dub that's going to be happening the week after midterms.
That's right, Itchell. On periods 6 and 7 on the half day, that's January 30th, we will be having a Lip Dub. If you're part of a team or club, please talk to your advisor to see if your team or club has a specific part in the Lip Dub. This Lip Dub will be much better than West Hills, and be sure to wear lots of orange and black to show your Black Knight spirit. We can't wait to see you there.
Okay, and before we go, let's have a look at what Stanford hockey has been up to since our last broadcast.
Sounds good, Rupa. I can't wait.
On Saturday, December 22nd, the Stanford High West Hill boys hockey team played opponent North Haven at Terry Connors Ice Rink. Sophomore Tucker Healy, along with junior Hunter Gilchrist, scored 2 goals each, while junior Nick Olbrich registered 1. The final score was 5-1, and the boys will play their next game Saturday, December 29th at home.
And that's all we have for today, everybody.
We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Connection Time News. In the meantime, be sure to check out shsroundtable.com for new content every day.
And follow us on social media at SHS Roundtable for notificaciones about news stories.
Our next edition will air on February 6th. Until then, I'm Rupa Syeda.
And I'm Itchell Banegas.
Thanks for watching.
All right, I am here with Jacob with...
Jacob with the Wake Up.
That's what we do.
All right, I'm here with Wake Up with Jacob, who's...
Hi, everybody.
Who's...
Hi, everybody.
Who's...
Hi, everybody.
Who's...
Hi.